Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you with another game of Hardcore Minecraft, and picking up where we left off, as I think I practically always say, here with our best buddy Garuda, here in the house, and we are going to fix the slab problem of the stairs. Everything's going to be better soon, you'll see, buddy. The leaves are falling into the inside of the house right now, that's alright. I don't think mobs spawn, like, up there, but that would be pretty lame if they climbed up here, but we will give Garuda his ritual seed and think about what we're going to do from here. So I think what we do from here is make another chest. I already have another chest. All right, good. So inventory management will be the order of the day. We are keeping Aqua Affinity because we may well be traveling somewhere where we'll want it. No, not my shield. Jeez, look at me trying to ruin everything. And I'll want my shovel. Water breathing potion, perhaps. The furnace we won't need. Yep, so what we'll do is, okay, I've got birch planks here, so we'll be able to finish slabbing up real quick the bottom of the floor and then, you know, making a mistake like that, which is common enough for me because I don't know what I'm doing. But now I have fixed my previous mistake and the floor is on the proper level. And did I bring the glass up here? No, the glass is still downstairs. So downstairs, down the waterfall. Goodbye, good boy, Garuda. I will see you in a bit. And then we'll just, with a mighty Geronimo, jump down to the water. It seems sketchy, but there's no risk of hitting the bottom and being hurt from it. The vines fall, the bamboo grows, and through it all, we keep on living. Boat discipline, very important. You don't want to be a person that leaves a boat just laying around places, and I know I would never be confused with a person who behaved in such a manner. It actually kind of hurts my feelings just thinking about what it would be like if people thought I was that kind of guy. Just that left a boat haphazardly places. Fortunately, you know, no one will ever need to know. So it's not me. Did I take my, yes, my crafting table somewhere else? That is okay, though. So, things to do. Set up farms. Get a bunch of torches, more than that. Get all these torches, yes, all of the torches. 2 stacks almost. And slabs make a composter. We'll give some guy over here a job, and he will be grateful. Because, I mean, clearly the farmers they already have are just real creative sorts. But we'll deal with them later, you know. There's a lot of help we can give to this village eventually. We're going to give them some right there and just fix a bunch more of the landscape. Chomp down on a melon. A couple of melons. Did I bring any breads with me? No, I didn't bring any food at all, which is careless. Because melons are terrible food. I mean, they're delicious, don't get me wrong. Who doesn't like watermelon? A little bit of salt on it. But very inefficient at restoring the health, which is what we're looking for in a food that we run around with, of course, is the ability to actually quickly replenish our supplies, our health. But I think we'll just get the glass. Yes. It's like I had a very specific goal whenever I came down here, and you know, why not do it? And we just don't really need to leave any of this stuff down here, not really, because we live up in the treehouse. But speaking of the treehouse, it is time to get back up there for the night. We'll Get a little bit of torch coverage. We've got our shield on the offhand, and that's what really matters. I may have left the boat somewhere careless again. It's impossible to say. Like, there's literally no way of knowing if I pick the boat up or not. But, you know, it's possible that they can swim up like this, but I don't think the mobs are quite that bright, so I think this is the most secure base I've ever had. That's not totally true, because I know that they can climb ladders, so they could probably climb vines, but I don't know how easily they would get in, but soon enough we'll have a roof. I'm looking at that area there and seeing now that the Garuda could have just jumped right out, maybe, if he'd been so inclined, but of course, we're very good friends. And although he is rambunctious from time to time and makes me very nervous, he knows that I have his best interest at heart. And right now, his best interest involved getting a nice view. With the seeds in the offhand, I think he definitely won't be trying to jump out of the window. We'll just do traditional Tetris shapes, very important. And yep, and then we'll do everyone's favorite, this guy. I know you're saying that's the same as the other one, just rotated, but is it? Is it really? Whenever you see that one versus this one, is it really the same? How can even a person tell what a shape is? And now I've just realized I don't have enough for the shape. So rather than prove that nobody can tell the difference between objects rotated in 3 dimensions, we will just be happy and look out the window. Look at that. We've got a jungle there, which is perfect, just awesome. We've got, you know, vines in front of that window. And in here we can look out at the ocean. So we'll probably do like a big panel there. Give Garuda another little treat. Crack this block, and then gonna want to put the offhand seeds out of the offhand. Garuda will chill, and then we will okay, we'll climb there. So yeah, this is a terrible place to not have a roof on it, but we're gonna do that right now. Garuda gets so antsy whenever he sees me climbing. He thinks that, you know, now it's time for all of us to go up taller, but you know, sometimes, buddy, it's important for you to stay on the ground. Can I make this jump? No, I cannot. But I bet I can climb sideways. I bet I can't climb sideways. Alright, so if I go up higher, and then I'll fall around the corner, yes, elegant and graceful. And some vines you can sort of build through, but some of them they're more stubborn. So we're just going to crack the stubbornness of this tree. And go on building a little roof. And then the house can finally be a bigger house with a roof. We will put torches on top so we don't have any beasties screaming at us in the night. I haven't had that happen, but I bet it does, and I bet it's super annoying. I shouldn't have used acacia for the roof. Well, you know, it's a little too late now. I mean, is it though? Yeah, we don't have to complete the roof today. We could just drop down. I might have more in the chest, actually. I don't recall. No, and we'll just come back to complete the roof later, and we'll just crash for the night here with good old Garuda. Little skylight going on. And we'll make like a trapdoor at the top so that I can jump in from some other way. This window, totally useless. This window, quite lovely. We see over there in the jungle, there's a skeleton burning away when there's, creepers hanging out over there. Nice to have recon. Garuda, why are you looking at me? You're not even hungry, buddy. And we'll chomp down on another melon. So, what to do? I think first order business, more acacia, so that we can put a roof on this place. Yeah, that's certainly what we'll do. But in order to do that, we will slowly break that. And we need to get a couple of more chests. Because I don't need to be carrying all of this junk around with me all the time. I should have a bunch of cooked meat. No, I guess I've went. Okay, there are the pork chops. I was like, I swore I had some supply going on. The water breathing will keep, but not all of this stuff. The bow, yes. The fishing rod, I think not, even though, like, I love the idea of carrying one around. I don't actually think it's that practical. Do I have feathers? No, I must have left them somewhere else. And I need to make a gate on the other side of that, or maybe on this side of it, just to make sure that nobody comes in from that side. But I don't think any villagers are going to make that trek, or enemies even. It's possible that they could, and I'll feel like a big dummy in the event that they do. But speaking of a big dummy, I gotta clean up this inventory, man. I have got too much going on here. All right, so torch is good, water breathing good, egg neutral. We'll jump down again real quick, and then we just need to go and get a couple more acacia woods, probably 1 or 2 more trees worth, and that'll set us up for like all the acacia that we need. Long term, it would be nice to sort of mimic their houses a little bit in style with a little bit of terracotta stuff going on, but I don't even know how well you could even really see my place from this village, so. And of course, the villagers have been hard at work growing the crops, and so I too will be hard at work relieving them of the bounty. I don't like that sound. From whence did it come? Okay, so I need to do a little investigation. 'Cause that's a lot of growling. Alright, so there's rotten flesh there. That would have been people that came outside in the daytime. There's bound to be some sort of weird cave structure. I just wanted to make sure there weren't any, like, there it is. And I prove once again that I have no idea how to kill a creeper properly. But I'm not going to let that discourage me, and I'm not going to let the sounds of actually, did I brick that wall in? It's been, a couple of hours since I played last, so I don't really remember anything that's going on. But we are going to relieve the natural landscape of some of its denizens. We are going to go and get more acacia wood, and then finish off the house. Plant a bit of crops. Get a bit of pork chops. And by that, I mean he's really efficiently hiding there. That was a pig that wanted to live, but I'm the reason that the story's going on, not that pig. Although I'm sure he was a good pig, loyal to his friends and fearsome to his enemies. I'm sure that whenever he rolled around in the water and muck, it was an inspiring sight to other pigs and non-pigs alike. But, his time is done. But his pork chop has just begun. And that will be, not the most meaningful thing in that pig's life, but the most meaningful thing in my interaction with that pig is certain to be a delicious pork chop. And now, for a reason I can only describe as vaguely cruel, we're going to eat a pork chop in front of that pig before we murk him. I'm trying to get rid of all these pigs, and I can't do it. There are too many pigs. I'm not upset about it. I clearly needed more food, and this is a place to get them. But every time I turn my back, another pig. Okay, finally. The regenerating pig nightmare is nearly done. It seemed that no matter how many I slay, another emerged. But finally, our ancestral enemy, the pink pig, has fallen. Oh, toggle. The toggle is still on. No, it's not. I think I need to clean my mechanical keyboard because I think that key is sticking a little bit. And of course, as a person who loves his keyboard, you don't want anything bad to be happening to it. This keyboard has been with me through many years, much sadness and joy. This keyboard is the best keyboard. If I was like the most famous person on earth and the people that made this keyboard wanted to give me money to talk about it, I would not accept it. I would do it for free. It's a good keyboard. I don't know the model number off the top of my head, but it's a Rosewill and it's very excellent. It's not super expensive. It is lovely. It comes in black, my favorite color, the most important color for accessories by far for me. Not everything I own is black, but most of what I choose to own is. Like, why don't I just... Yes, we'll turn it over real quick. This is the Rosewill RK9000 V2 space BR, and it is the finest mechanical keyboard that I know. I'm sure there are better ones. Please don't tell me that mine is trash and that I should get a better one, because I don't want to upgrade. I've had this one for about 8 years and I have absolutely zero complaints. It is a source of joy for me, and what's not is the sound of those zombies. But we need to deal with this little water source problem here, so we're going to just make a little hole there and then solve this villager's issue. And this... Okay, it's not all of it, so it generated the water sources, but didn't pay attention to where it was going to be vertically. So it was just like, hey, we need to fertilize the lands for these farmers, I think is what happened. And rather than putting it at the base level there, it put them on an empty one, which led to this village having its problems. But now we've sorted out most of that. But not like how we've sorted out the problem of the moaning, growling, disgusting zombie creatures. There's a lot of sounds going on there. We're just going to ignore it because that's my right. I don't have to deal with anything I don't want to. Who cares if they're making gross sounds in the night? This guy buys wheat, and it just so happens that I think I'm about to find a lot of that. Oh, look! A supply of wheat. How did it get here? Who cares? Not me. We're going to turn that guy's love of wheat into a love of emeralds. But first, to save on postage... Oh, I don't have quite enough for another one. This cleric is nice. This armor, I think I need to break him down because there's a cheaper exchange rate. You got to spend a bunch of emeralds on armorers to level them up, it seems, but... That one buys carrots, but we don't have any carrots, so it makes sense that he would want them. This village is kind of annoying and crummy in its layout. I know, I'm a guest and I talk like this about them. But they've just got all this, I don't even think the bad planting of the wheat here is mostly me. Like, they've just got this absolutely insane setup going on, where instead of, like, proper irrigation, they've got, you know, holes in the wall. Like, is Moses from here? He struck at the rock and the water came out. Always a fun story. I like the idea of, like, violently beating a stone, and then eventually, like, a great result happens, and you just look at all your friends like, yeah, moreover, I knew that was going to happen, and you're the ones who are mean for judging me for smacking a rock violently for an extended period of time. But as the night comes upon us, dusk overtakes the world. And another greatly successful day. Hey, Garuda. Miss me, buddy? Here, have a nice seed. And now we're going to be able to finish up our goal, which, with only 20 planks, that was actually, like, a little bit smaller than I should have gotten, probably. But the material of the ceiling matters least. And as I say that, I realize that it being the same color is actually kind of jarring and samey, and maybe we'll go with, like, a darker thing in the long term. But the real answer is no, that's not enough acacia wood to complete the ceiling. So we'll just fill it in with jungle blocks like so, just for the sake of finishing up our task for the day. And yes, we can burn those slabs to make pork chops. And yeah, I think you would definitely want, like, a hopper going into the side if this was the sort of thing that you'd be doing. But as I was saying before I got distracted, the music paused. I was like, I guess we'll just burn up the slabs. And yeah, so this will be, we'll just do a little bit of inventory management, and I think this will be where we end up for the video. We'll take all the raw food down with us so we can go and cook it. I need to think about what I'm gonna do with this town, right? Because we've got tons of melon slices and we can turn them into melons. We've got all this wheat, so we can trade that with the next day. Yeah, it's just about time to start trying to ramp up and make a more serious effort at what we're gonna even do with this place. I need to make bread and get it into the hands of these people so that we can have more people in the village. The more people you get, the more cats, which is very important. Everybody knows you have to have as many cats as possible if you want to be happy. And I think it also increases how quickly iron golems spawn. So, you know, if we get more people here, even if those pillagers notice us from across the way, they can't really see my treehouse. I think it's blocked. But over in that direction, of course, the pillager tower is. So that'll be an issue for us to deal with in the future, but not today. We will say goodbye to Garuda, and once again, it's time for me to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. I really hope you've enjoyed. I mean, I know this has been just a sort of chilling out video, but that's sort of what I offer anyway. In spite of it being hardcore, a lot of it is just hanging out and eating pork chops, talking to myself, just having a great time, and that's what I have been doing in this video, and I hope you've been having a good time watching it, and you know, I hope I'll see you in the next one, which should be coming up on schedule. I do my best to get at least one out a day, but I've been doing even more than that for a little while now, and so anyway, that's the end of this one. I gotta run some errands and take the dog for a walk, and then after that, I think we'll get a couple more of these in. But for your perspective, as soon as you click on that video, all of this time will have been irrelevant, and so too will have been my description of it. So I think that'll cap this one off for us, and I'll see you all later.